What are some of the ways that you've gotten breath test results suppressed? Attorney Koehler explains that. For instance, what will occur on occasion is, after the officer has arrested you, he or she will ask if you want to take a breath test, and you can refuse to take a breath test. And if you do so, there are certain consequences regarding license suspension that follow. What happens is, if you refuse the first time, the officer is required to read aloud an admonition that approximately reads, "If you refuse to take the breath test, then you will have your license suspended for 18 months. Do you understand that? And do you still wish to refuse the breath test?" Sometimes people hear that statement and they understandably get nervous because they're in the middle of a DUI procedure. Many people don't realize, if they've never been arrested before, that you end up talking to the officer for quite a while. And a lot of times officers will be very polite, and they'll be respectful, and they will gain your trust. That's not a bad thing, but when what happens is, say, you get nervous about something and you ask the police officer for advice. What should I do? Should I take the breath test? At that point, the officer might give you some sort of legal advice, and he or she is not supposed to do that. If he or she gives you some sort of advice that coerces you into consenting to the test, then that means that your consent to take the test is involuntary, and you can get the results of the breath test suppressed. That's happened before. For a free phone consultation, contact Attorney Koehler in Salt Lake City, Utah today. Koehler Defense will help you make the tough decisions about your defense and will never suggest that you plead guilty.